Apple hasn't touched the Apple TV 4K in what feels like forever, and that silence is exactly why the Apple TV 4K 2026 is suddenly becoming one of the most talked about Apple leaks right now. Because when Apple stays quiet for too long, it usually means one thing: they're preparing a major upgrade. And if the leaks are true, the next Apple TV 4K won't just be another small refresh. It might be the biggest leap in Apple TV history. In this video, I'm going to break down the most exciting leaks, expected features, and what could make the Apple TV 4K 2026 the most powerful streaming box the world has ever seen. So if you're thinking of upgrading your living room setup, or you're tired of slow, laggy streaming devices, you want to hear this until the end, because Apple might be planning something that changes the game entirely. First, let's talk about why Apple TV 4K 2026 is such a huge deal. The current Apple TV 4K is already premium, but it's also old in tech years. Streaming is evolving fast. Netflix, Disney+, Apple TV+, YouTube, even sports streaming, all pushing higher bit rates, heavier compression, more HDR formats, and more demanding apps. People are buying 120Hz TVs, 8K, ready displays, next-gen sound systems, but their streaming box is still stuck in the past. That's where Apple comes in. Leaks are suggesting Apple might finally release a refreshed Apple TV in early 2026, and this new model could be designed for the next era of entertainment, where your TV isn't just a screen anymore. It's your gaming station, smart home hub, AI assistant, and personal cinema all at once. One of the biggest rumored upgrades is the chip, and this is where things get wild. There are strong reports that Apple could use a much newer iPhone-class processor, like an A17 Pro-level chip or something even stronger. Now, if that sounds like overkill for streaming, it's not. Because Apple isn't building this for just streaming. A chip like that would mean instant loading, zero lag, smoother UI animations, faster app launches, better background processing, and stronger performance for gaming. But more importantly, it could open the door for Apple Intelligence features coming directly to the Apple TV. Think about that. AI-powered search, AI-powered recommendations that actually feel smart, instant voice commands that understand what you mean, not just what you say. You could literally tell your TV, "Show me the scene where the hero finds the secret room," and it could jump directly to it. That is the kind of leap Apple is known for. And that brings us to the next big rumor. Apple is turning Apple TV into something much bigger than a streaming device. We've already seen Apple push FaceTime to the TV experience, but the 2026 Apple TV could take it to another level. Leaks suggest Apple may expand camera integration, meaning you could have video calls on your biggest screen with better quality, better framing, and smarter features like autofocus and speaker tracking, similar to what Apple does on iPhone and iPad. This would make Apple TV the perfect device for families, remote workers, long-distance relationships, and even fitness users. Imagine doing an Apple Fitness workout while the system tracks your form and corrects you, or doing a group workout with friends right from your living room. If Apple brings even a piece of their AI and camera magic into Apple TV 4K 2026, it could become the most alive TV box ever made. Now let's talk about the thing nobody is discussing enough: the Wi-Fi upgrade. This might sound boring, but it's actually one of the most important improvements. The leaks point toward Wi-Fi 6E or even Wi-Fi 7. That means faster speeds, but more importantly, more stable streaming in real homes. Because most streaming issues aren't from your internet provider, they happen inside your house. Multiple devices, congestion, interference, and router overload. With Wi-Fi 6E or 7, Apple TV 4K 2026 could stream 4K HDR content more reliably, faster, and with less buffering than anything else on the market. And if Apple adds better smart home connectivity like Thread support upgrades, the Apple TV might become the strongest smart home hub Apple has ever released. Not a HomePod, not an iPad, but the Apple TV, always on, always connected, always in the center of your home. And if you think Apple is stopping there, wait until you hear about what this device could do for gaming. Apple Arcade is already decent, but the real problem has always been power. Most streaming boxes can't handle serious gaming. But if Apple TV 4K 2026 gets a powerful chip like a 17 Pro level performance and modern graphic support, it could become the console you didn't know you already own. The Apple TV would finally be capable of console-quality Apple Arcade games, smooth high frame rate gameplay, and better controller support. And when you combine that with cloud gaming improvements, faster networking, and Apple's push into services, it becomes very clear Apple is aiming for something much bigger than Netflix and Disney+. They want Apple TV to be a full entertainment platform. Another major rumor is about improved picture and audio experience. Apple TV already supports Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, but the new model could bring better HDR optimization and possibly higher-end audio pass-through features. That means your movies could look more cinematic with improved contrast, smoother highlights, and more accurate color, especially for premium OLED and mini LED TVs. Apple has always been obsessed with visuals. Just look at the iPhone camera and display quality. Now imagine that same obsession applied to your entire living room experience. Apple TV 4K 2026 could become the true premium streaming standard, especially for people who care about image quality. Let's talk price, because this is where things get interesting. Apple TV has always been more expensive than Roku or Fire TV, but there's a reason. Apple TV doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't lag. It doesn't shove ads in your face every 2 seconds. It doesn't turn your home screen into a billboard. It feels premium, and people who buy it usually never go back. Now, rumors suggest Apple might keep pricing competitive, possibly starting around the mid-premium range. If Apple keeps it around the same price as the last model, but delivers AI features, faster chip performance, and next-gen connectivity, it could become the easiest upgrade decision for anyone who takes entertainment seriously.